Hello, my name is Kyle Roberts, teaching a 6th grade math course in which I'm covering text 610B, which is the identification of the mean, median, mode, and range of data. Alright, class, has any of you ever been on a road trip with any friends or family members? Well, today you're all going to go on a few road trips. Today I'll take you on a road trip through a few of the capital cities of the United States, and then you will take your own road trip in Europe, which I know you've been studying in social studies. But during our road trips, we're going to learn about the use of mean, mode, median, and range for mathematics. First, I'm going to give you definitions of what mean, median, mode, and range are. Typically, I would expect to use 5 minutes for these definitions and give examples, but given the timing of this video needing to be 4 to 6 minutes, I will only give the definitions. Attached to my lesson plan, you will see the examples that I would use. Class, the mean in mathematics is also the average. So for example, you would add each figure that you've been given in your data set, and you will divide that by the number of figures that you've added together. The median is also the middle value. So for instance, if you have 5 figures, if you place those figures in numerical order, the third figure would be the median. If you have an even number of medians, such as, an even number of numbers, so if you have 4 numbers, what you would do is you'd put them in numerical order, take the second and third number, add them together, divide them by 2, and you will find your median that way. The mode is the number that appears the most. Now, it is possible to not have a mode in a data set, but for instance, if you had the numbers 4, 5, 3, 5, and 3, you would have 2 modes. You would have 3 and 5 as they were both listed twice, and 4 was only listed once. The range is the largest value minus the smallest value. So if I give you the same numbers I gave you before, of 4, 5, 3, 5, and 3, your range is only going to be 2. That's because our lowest figure is 3, our highest figure is 5. We subtract those two, and we get 2. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with our guided practice, which I will take our map of the United States, and I will give you the cities that we're going to cover, or excuse me, the states we're going to cover. We're going to go from capital city to capital city, and the states we're going to cover are Texas, Missouri, Kentucky, Florida, and North Carolina. So as a class, what we're going to do is we're going to measure the distance from capital city to capital city. And what we're going to do is we're going to write those down in our guided practice class assignment, which you will also see attached to my lessons plan that I would hand out to the students. Alright, so together we measured these, and we get from Texas to Missouri, capital cities, we get 700 miles. From Missouri to Kentucky, we get 400. From Kentucky to Florida, we get 550 miles. And from Florida to North Carolina, we get 500 miles. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range for this data set. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to place them in numerical order. And then we're going to add them together. When we add our miles together, we get 2,150. Alright, first we're going to find the mean. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our total added together of 2,150 miles, and we're going to divide that by 4. The reason we're dividing that by 4 is because we had 4 trips there. Okay, so when we take that number divided by 4, we get 537 miles, 537.5 miles. Now, is there going to be a mode on this one? Well, let's see. I do not see any numbers listed more than once, so we have a no mode. Alright, now we're going to have a median. Now our median is our middle number, if you remember. But how do we get our middle number when we only have four numbers to choose from here? Well, since we're not given a middle number, what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 middle numbers, so our second and our third number in our list, once we put them in numerical order, and we're going to divide that by 2. So for instance, on this one, we have 400 miles and 500 miles, or excuse me, 500 miles and 550 miles as our two middle numbers there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add those together, which will be 1,050, and we're going to divide that by 2, which would be 525 miles. So therefore our median is now 525 miles. Now, does everybody remember how to get range? Okay, well, for a range, what we're going to do is we're going to take our highest number, which is 700, and we're going to take our lowest number, which is 400. Now, what we can do is subtract 700 by 400, and we get 300. So therefore, our range is 300 miles. Again, that is condensed because of the timing of this video compared to how I would actually do it in class. I'd spend approximately 5 minutes on, again, on both each the mean, mode, median, and range, and tie that into our social studies. By 1 for doing Europe, and 2 by using maps and using our measurements on the maps for to figure out our mileage. Okay. For independent practice, kids, what we're going to do is we're going to use our map of Europe. Okay. We're going to use the cities that you've been given, and you're going to go in order. Okay. You're going to find the capital cities for Spain, France, Italy, Germany, Austria, Poland, and Hungary. Okay. It's very important that you go in order there. You figure out the mileage for each, put them in numerical order, figure the mean, the mode, the median, and the range. And when everybody's done, if you will please turn those in, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for your time. Hope the video was enjoyable for you, and good luck the rest of the semester. Enjoy your spring break. Thank you very much.